All right. Today we are going to look at our last notes for the entire semester. We are finishing up 5D. So yesterday we looked at regression and we looked at residuals. So now we're going to take that regression and we're going to actually estimate what values we have in anywhere within that data. Okay. So we have two types of predictions we can make. Interpolation. Interpolation is a prediction made within the range of a given data. So inter means between, if you think about that. So it's already within that data set that you're given, you're just not given that exact point. Then we have what we call extrapolation. Extra is outside of it, right? So a prediction may be on the range of the given data. So we're going to be using the same type of calculator stuff. Right now we're really just finding the regression here. So we're going to be using that same type of calculator steps that we were using in class to find the residual class. We're going to look at example 3. What I'm going to do is I'm going to bring up my calculator and I'm going to move it over here. Make it a little smaller so we can see it. And I'm going to move this over here. So I'm going to kind of be trying to move around a little bit to kind of see the whole everything. Okay. So if we look at example 3, the table on the right gives the average class score, which is your Y, on each test for the first 6 units, which is your X. Okay. So A says approximate the equation of the line of best fit, rounding to 3 decimal places if needed, and then describe the correlation. So that's that. Oh, it's weak negative, strong positive, all that stuff. Okay. So we're going to do the same type of calculator steps. So I have, right, from my home screen, I'm going to go to a new document. No, I don't want to save. Okay. And then I'm going to go down to add lists and spreadsheets. From here, right, remember under A, I want to put X. Right, I can hit tab and put my Y. Remember, don't ever type anything. Don't even hit enter in these 2 boxes. It'll mess everything up. Okay, so just start typing. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. In my Y I have 84, 83, 86, 88, 90. So I still have to find my line of best fit. So remember from here, I'm going to go to Doc, Insert, Data and Statistics. Remember, using the trackpad, right, you can move that around. So I'm going to move it to click to add variable, hit enter. Remember, on the bottom goes X, and then go into the right spot. Then on the side goes Y. And they should move like this. Okay? Then, menu. So you're going to go to number 4. And we're going to go to our regression. Remember, we are always doing a linear regression. That mx plus b. So this line it gives here, this is our line of best fit. So we have y equals I'm running to 3 decimal places, 1.405 x plus 81.1703. Okay. So then that correlation, this correlation is like a strong positive, it's a pretty strong positive correlation. Positive correlation in the positive direction. So then B says approximate the average task score on the unit 14 test. So this interpolation or extrapolation. So the prediction being reasonable. So on the unit 14 test, right, which test it was, right, which unit is my x. So I'm going to take this exact same equation, y equals 1.405 x, and instead of x, I'm going to use 14. Plus 81.703. Okay, and I can pretty much type this straight into my calculator. If you're ever in a document, hitting this button will switch between calculator, a graph, and going back. Or you can escape and go back. So I can go to the calculator and then hit escape and all that's still there. I don't have to worry about leaving the document. So I have 1.405, and I'm looking at that 14, plus 81.703. Yeah, we will put that over. Hitting enter, we get 101. 101.373. So, next question. That's our approximation. Next question, is this interpolation or extrapolation? Right? 14 is way outside my data over here. So this is extrapolation. Right? Outside that data. Right? It's not between 1 and 6. And then, does the prediction seem reasonable? Is it reasonable, right, if this is like a percentage, to get 101.373 on a test, right, to have that be the average? Right? No extra credit. Right? The highest grade you can get would be 100%, and the average is even above that. So this is not reasonable. Which is one of the main problems with extrapolation. Extrapolation really isn't that great of a thing to do. You don't really want to use extrapolation. People will to make predictions, but it's not a great use. Okay? Because things like this happen. Alright, for C then, which chapter test is an average score of 94.4? Well, now my score is Y. So now I'm going to replace Y. So I have 94.4 equals 1.405x plus 81.703. So I'm going to subtract 81.703 from both sides. So 6.7 equals 1.405x. Down just a little bit. And then we're going to divide by 1.405 divided by 1.405. So x equals 9.037. And this is talking about my x is talking about which unit we're on, so it doesn't really make sense to have 0.037 on a unit, so it's going to be unit so x equals unit 9. Okay. All right, so that's just using that equation to find the other pieces. All right, let's look at example 4. Example 4 says the table on the right shows the weight loss of a person over time. So we're going to approximate the equation of the line of best fit, right, round to 3 decimal places, and describe the correlation. I'm going to move this over so when I have my graph up, I can just read it from there. So again, going to the home screen, I'm going to open a new document. So I want to save no, and then I'm going to add list and spreadsheet. Again, I need to have X and Y, and I'm just going to enter in my data. So I have 0, 1, 3, 5, and 7. Then I have 219, 214, 216, 205, and 199. So then I'm going to go to Doc, I'm going to go to Insert, and I'm going to insert data and statistics, just like we were doing yesterday. On the bottom, I need to click to add my variable. Bottom is X. And then on the side, I need to click to add my variable. The side is Y. Okay. So this one, and then right, adding my regression, so menu, analyze, regression, always just doing that first one. Okay. So here I have Y equals negative 2.731 for negative 2.732, right, X. Y equals negative 2.732 plus 219.341. And then this one is a strong negative correlation. It can help you with negative or positive, right? I have a negative number here before it was a positive, so this is definitely a negative correlation. That's a pretty strong negative correlation. Alright, B, approximate the weight of a person after 6 weeks. Is this interpolation or extrapolation? That's the same type of thing. Instead of write X, I'm going to put in 6. So Y equals negative 2.732 X, no, sorry, 6, what I meant to put there. Plus 219.341. So I'm just going to type that in, again, bringing up my calculator. I have negative 2.732 6 plus 219.341. I get 202. 202.9, which is about 203 pounds. Is this interpolation or extrapolation? Well, 6 falls between 0 and 7. So this is interpolation. And in fact, this does seem reasonable. It does seem like it would be 203 pounds. Right? Interpolation is always a much better indicator of what something is going to be than extrapolation. Okay? All right, and And then our last question, how many weeks will it take for the person to reach the target weight of 180 pounds? Right, so for C right now, and my Y is what I'm changing, so 180 equals 2.732x plus 219.341. Again, I'm going to start by subtracting 219.341, subtract 219.341. I get negative 39.341 equals 2.732x, and then we divide, right, by 2.732, divide by 2.732, so negative 39, type it in again, but divided by, sorry, that's negative. Not negative. Negative 2.73. So we get 14 x equals 14.4, coming around to about 14. We're doing about 14 weeks to get their target weight. Alright, that's all for today. I will see you guys tomorrow.